couple of days ago, there was a listing for a bunch of parts that will probably be coming with the Masterpiece MP-47 Generation 1 Hound. Now, this was taken with a grain of salt, and some people were going, oh, we don't know if this is the actual list because it was coming from a Chinese listing. Today, TF Source got the official list of what are the items that will be coming with Masterpiece Hound. All these items we didn't really know because when it was being shown at Wonderfest, and I believe it was another smaller event show, they didn't really have a good idea of what will be coming with it. It was just pretty much shown in robot mode. So here is the full list of what is going to be coming with Masterpiece MP-47 Hound. So it's apparently it's going to be coming with a figure of Spike. Now, I mean, this isn't too much of a shocker because in the first 3 episodes of Generation 1, Hound kind of was, in a lot of ways, that Bumblebee character that Spike kind of, like, introduced Earth to. And, you know, he also, like, Hound, like, was kind of like, you know, oh, this is what Cybertron's about. So, considering that it's an open Jeep, you could have a articulated Spike figure, no doubt, that's going to sit there. And that's pretty cool. It says here it also comes with a laser scope. That's probably going to be what his shoulder cannon is, a.k.a. what his hologram projector was. Comes with a gas can. The gas can, what I think that is, it's more of a transformation-related thing because Hound, and again, I'm kind of basing this off of his old Generation 1 toy and how other toys kind of handled it, in that he had the design of that old Jeep had the gas can right on the back of it, and when you transform it, depending on how it's going to work here, the gas can is going to make his feet, it's going to be stepped on by his feet, so it's probably a removable accessory or something that moves around. Same thing with the spare tire. Spare tire was something that had to be moved. I don't know how it's going to be handled, but it wasn't exactly an accessory in a playable kind of way. Now, here's the cool stuff. It mentions here hologram figure and hologram effect. So on top of the Spike figure, it's probably going to also have some kind of hologram that's going to sit in the driver's seat, probably based off of something that was used in the Generation 1 cartoon. Same thing with the hologram effect. It's probably going to be like a projection image. I'm kind of hoping...
I can kind of see it being like a lithograph. No, not a lithograph. Excuse me. You know, in school you had those like see-through papers and you could write on and stuff like that.
Oh, you're talking about cellophane. Cellophane paper.
Yeah, something like that.
Or
like
also
image.
Some people call it acetate. Depends.
Yeah, that like something printed on that or something like that.
That's what animation cells are used on. Well, I part of me is kind of hoping that this is an actual like figurine. Part of me actually kind of hopes that it's the figurine because there was when Devastator made his debut in Heavy Metal Wars. Hound made this giant hologram of this like giant Autobot not combiner, and it's kind of what led to so many people getting confused, with bad memory, going, "Oh, the Dinobots combine."
Yeah.
We never really had. Well, there's an unofficial name for that character, but we never really had like an official toy of that that giant Autobot character. Now, granted, that would be a very large figure, so I doubt it would be that. But I think it's probably a pilot figure. If they do it the way you're talking about, then yeah, I could see them doing a large hologram or something. I know that when they did the Legend of Zelda A Link Between Worlds figurine, they included kind of a similar idea because he had this gimmick where he could attach to the wall and then traverse. So he was kind of like Paper Mario in a lot of ways. So they did the same thing where they put it on like a cellophane kind of paper or an acetate paper. And same thing that says hologram effect, which is probably, again, the projection kind of effect. It said hood parts. Again, that's probably all the stuff that's on his hoods that's removable, the side mirrors and stuff like that. Key of cage. Now, this is interesting. So, in an episode of Generation 1, they captured Ravage and they kept him in a cage. And there's a scene where Hound is kind of spinning it on his finger, like it's like a traditional key on a keychain, but like a large ring, like something like a janitor would have. And he was kind of spinning it on his finger. So it's going to be the key to the cage. So I'm assuming it's that there. Although it's funny, there's no cage. Yeah. But this might be linked into something we're going to talk about later today with another figure. But I'll get into that afterwards. Alternate faceplate, so we have the smiling face, and then you have the screaming face or the action face. Side mirrors, so I guess it's separate from the hood parts. And, of course, the traditional stuff that comes with a Masterpiece, a character card, and an instruction manual. They say here the product features are TV accurate, vehicle and robot mode, Masterpiece scaled, 7 inches tall, officially licensed because it's based off of the actual Jeep, articulated spike figure, replaceable faceplates, and so on. So this looks pretty cool. It's a nice stacked amount of stuff that's included with him. And judging by the pre-order price here of $159.99, it's going to be falling more into that. If anyone who picked up, like, let's say Sunstreaker, where it came with a figure, it came with a bunch of accessories, and it had that similar price point. So if you got like the Masterpiece Sunstreaker, you're probably going to be expecting the same kind of bang for your buck with this one too. And I dig it. I dig it a lot. I like the extra stuff here. And now that I know about this Key of the Cage thing, it's going to link to something else, because we'll talk about it later in the podcast, but there's another Masterpiece that's getting reissued, so I think it might be in relation to that. But this is pretty cool. Again, the military Jeep Hound. Finally,
I'm excited.
No, that's one. He's had a lot of really good toys already. I mean, like, and even before classics existed, like his alternator.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I was super happy to get that in the proper colors.
And that pretty much was, like, in a lot of ways, like a Masterpiece Hound. I mean, like, all the other alternators really kind of did their own thing, but that one really stayed true. I mean, obviously it's not the same Jeep, but it really stayed true to what Hound was compared to a lot of the other characters. Not to say that I don't like alternators, but it's like Hound really, hit it on the head what he represented in the past. I think Trax too. I guess Trax is the only other one, because he also was a Corvette. But so, and then of course, his Classics toy, or what we call it Universe 2.0. His Universe 2.0 Classics toy was really good also, and it just keeps going and going. He always had really good, accurate toys. And I mean, even his Universe 2.0 one came with a Ravage in relation to that Key I'm talking about. So it's this is really awesome. And I look at it and I go, okay, what's going to be the repaints with this guy, or the retools in the future? Because there's not really much you could do with him, with the exception of like Dittrius, which was like one of the Junkions, which was an eHobby exclusive. I could kind of see that, but I mean, at the same time, a lot of the more recent Masterpiece we've been getting, Takara really hasn't gone the route of repaints. I mean, we still haven't gotten really a stellar repaint of the Hot Rod, the recent one. I mean, we got like a Target Master one, but we never really got like that black repaint we were kind of expecting, or something like that.
Right.
So, I mean, we'll see what happens. But this is pretty good. And again, $159.99. So it's that Sunstreaker kind of price point, and so it gives you a good idea of the height and what you're going to be getting. But pretty cool stuff. Let us know what you think about this one.